Trade union leaders from East Yorkshire will call on the government to bring forward a new order of Red Arrow Hawk jets when they meet politicians in Westminster tomorrow. BAE Systems say up to 400 jobs could go at Brough, which builds components for the new Hawk jets. More than 140 MPs have signed a letter saying that new Red Arrows are needed to help protect jobs. But the Ministry of Defence says that they don't need replacing until 2030. The Unite Trade Union believes if production is left until then, there will be no factories left to make the aircraft.
The outcome we really want is to secure a Red Arrows order in the next 12 months and also cement the Qatar order, which is government-to-government negotiated contract, and any other government contracts that we can home in on and focus on those.
Well, Sir Michael Graydon was in charge of the RAF in the early 90s. This afternoon I asked him if the new Hawk jets, which are being built by BAE Systems at the moment, are a suitable replacement for the current Red Arrows.
The T2 Hawk is a very different airplane to the T1 Hawk. It's an electronic wizard. And it's not obvious to me that it's the perfect aeroplane for formation aerobatics, or indeed for aerobatics anyway. The current one they have is perfect, absolutely perfect. The new one is very expensive. It's, as I say, an electronic wizard, and it does a superb job in terms of training.
So should we be putting in an order for the new ones now or in the very near future?
No, I can't see how it can possibly be justified to do that now, unless you align it to a proper defence industrial strategy, which unfortunately this country doesn't appear to have. But just to build aeroplanes for the possibility that the Red Arrows will need them in 2030 seems to me an extraordinary waste of money.
If no British plane is available, are you relaxed that the Red Arrows could fly with a foreign plane?
I'm not. Of course they could fly, but they would not be the same Red Arrows. The current Red Arrows are a national treasure. One of the reasons that they're a national treasure is they fly the Hawk aircraft built in this country. In its day, a superb advanced trainer. All of that is very, very good for Britain, and they've been all over the world demonstrating their capability.
Given how tight defence spending is, do you think that the Red Arrows perhaps are a grandstanding luxury that maybe we will have to lose?
I think this is something that governments have faced. Certainly in my time, every year we looked at the Red Arrows and decided that yes, they had a part to play in the presentation of what was best of British, if you like. And at the time we were selling aeroplanes around the world, and the Red Arrows were a very important part of that whole process. We don't build aeroplanes in this country any longer, so unless we can introduce a proper defence industrial strategy which looks at building aeroplanes in this country, it's not obvious to me that we have anything to sell in 2030.
Very, very interesting. Just finally, with maybe a for sure or unlikely as the answer, will there still be Red Arrows in 2031?
Well, I would hope so, but they may not be as they are today, unfortunately.
Sir Michael, very good to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed. I wish you well.